From the Yonkers Statesman, November 16, 1916. Headline: Company believes strike is broken. Last two lines opened early today. Night service expected soon. But for the predominance of brass buttons and gold braid, the trolley streets of Yonkers during the daytime do not present an appearance radically different from the aspect of the same streets in the early weeks of July, before the employees of the Yonkers Railroad Company refused to arbitrate their differences with the management. Each of the 9 lines is now open, most of them operated with a full service. The Nepper Park and Elm and Walnut Street lines were open this morning with the same apparent tranquility that has attended similar instances since the company decided to operate cars and protect its franchises. The company believes that the strike has been broken. Headline: Germans take French position. Fighting in the Somme region shows little diminution in intensity, with attacks and counterattacks following swiftly. The British advance in the Ancre region appears halted, London announcing only artillery activity during the night. Berlin, however, reports heavy British attacks yesterday, which it is declared were broken down. German successes against the French north of the Somme yesterday are reported by Berlin. They consisted, according to the statement, in the capture in house-to-house fighting of the eastern section of Saint-Lizelle, where the French were menacing German positions. Paris officially announced the recapture last night of a part of the village. The invasion of Romania is continuing successfully, Berlin reports, although increasing resistance there apparently is being encountered. Headline: Wireless music and news. War bulletins and important world happenings, now and then interspersed in a nightly musical program from the air, without wires, and for the public benefit in the office, aboard ship, or at home, in the new era of wireless telephony now being demonstrated by Dr. Lee DeForest, after a series of experiments in wireless telephony covering the greater part of 9 years. Public announcement of this new wireless age, marking as it does, according to the published notice, a remarkable step forward in the distribution of the world's news and music, was made recently in the form of an invitation to listen, sent out by the high-powered, oscillating Audion transmitter at the DeForest Laboratories. The notice itself is novel, first in the sense that it was entirely wireless, and again in being addressed to the several thousand amateur wireless operators within a hearing radius of New York. It foretells the coming of the world's first regular spoken or wireless telephone newspaper. Among the musical numbers on the nightly program are selections from Wagnerian operas and from Puccini, popular dance music like the Kangaroo Hop, sentimental songs including Come Back to Erin, as well as Hawaiian medleys from the Toots Paka Hawaiian Company, the Native of Vienna Waltz by Strauss, and the 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. To transmit the human voice by wireless telephone, the speaker or operator talks into an ordinary microphone, like those used on the regular telephone apparatus in the city service. In the case of a musical selection, the microphone is placed inside the cabinet of a gramophone, where it will get the full volume of sound, and when the record is made to play, the musical notes, like the vibrations of the human voice, are taken by wire to a coil, where they are transmitted into high-frequency waves of high voltage. Thus they are sent out for public enjoyment. At the receiving end, the music or spoken word is heard by means of the regular wireless earpieces, which are like those used by the girl operators at the public telephone stations. And in other items, a Congress of the League of the Rights of Man in Paris has declared that a lasting international peace can be made possible only by the foundation of a society of nations, whose guiding principle shall be the settlement of differences by law and not by force. And that's the news from Yonkers 100 years ago today.